British Bulldog versus Alex Wright. When he first came out and he started slagging off, because last week he was calling out DDP, right? This week he calls out British Bulldog, and my first reaction was, oh no. Because last time we saw British Bulldog, we were both cussing him out and saying how ill he looked and how terrible the match was. I was thinking, oh no, this is going to be another fucking train wreck. Actually, there was nothing to this match, but it was perfectly adequate.
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah.
Bulldog still looked shit. He still looked fucking awful. But I think it goes to show, like, you put him in there with someone who can actually go, and he can be carried to a decent match.
Yeah, it was a fine match. Wrestling is a fickle beast. Like the British Bulldog, this is 1998. I know 6 years have passed, but in 1992, British Bulldogs beating Bret Hart at Wembley.
Mm-hmm.
Even in like 96, no, was it 97? British Bulldog wins the European title first time against like Owen Hart. People are still really into him. He's like tag team champion with Owen Hart in WWF. He's part of the Hart Foundation. It's like a year later, and no one cares about the British Bulldog. Isn't it weird how quickly things in wrestling can change?
I mean, let's be fair, dude. You compare what the British Bulldog looked like in 1992 to his aesthetics now. Like, there's no.
That was gonna be my next point. They talk about how strong the British Bulldog is. In his prime, the British Bulldog was ridiculously strong. But like at one point here, he shows off his bicep to like Alex Wright, and I thought, you can't have that gimmick of being strong anymore, mate. You're in a company with Buff Bagwell, Lex Luger, Big Papa Pump.
Yeah.
You're not the strong, muscular guy anymore. Sorry. Like, and yeah, he's not looking great.
That goes to show, innit? Because he goes back to the WWF, and what do? Put him in a fucking t-shirt and jeans and give him the hardcore title.
Yeah.
They knew that you couldn't still do the old British Bulldog gimmick. Having said that, though, I thought this match was fine. I didn't.
I thought this match was all right. There's a moment where Bulldog gets Alex Wright, in the surfboard, submission hold, where you whack him. It's like WCW Revenge, the classic submission hold that he always did. That got a pretty nice pop, but it's one of those moves. It's kind of like that move where you go for the pins and then you both bridge up out of the pin.
Yeah,
it's one of those moves that you both have to be athletically good to do.
Yeah,
but it looks like in kayfabe it works, but also in like shoot it works, where you're just like showing how good you are. What I liked about that as well is that Bulldog gets him up, and someone makes a comment. The only thing you can do in that hold is you hope the other guy gets tired, which is nice. But then Bulldog immediately slides Alex Wright down to a pin for a 2 count. But in a nice bit of foreshadowing and finish, someone says, "I'm not sure who was getting counted there, Bulldog or Alex Wright."
Question was there whose shoulders were down.
Yeah, Bulldog had to be careful at that point that the referee Billy Silverman didn't count his shoulders down.
Bulldog hits the power slam. He picks up Alex Wright, who kicks the referee, falls unconscious, and then he hits the power slam. But the referee's not there to count, so Bulldog just looks up. I don't know what he's looking at. It's like he's having Vietnam flashbacks. Because like the referee's not, but he isn't there. He's not like he goes to the 3 count, realizes it's not a 3 count, and then looks around for the ref. He slams him, goes to the 3 count. He's there for about 10 seconds, just staring into like nothingness. That was weird. Anyway, so the finish of the match. So he hits the power slam. Referee's knocked out. He has this weird Vietnam flashback, and then he stands up. And Charles Robinson comes out, the second referee. The first referee kind of wakes up, and then Alex Wright hits a belly to back kind of German suplex. And it's that classic double finish where one referee's on one side, the other referee's on the other side. They both count the 3 count. both wrestlers get one shoulder up on their respective side, so the referees both think one of their guys has won. Putting on my kayfabe hat, is there any reason why Bulldog shouldn't have won this match? Surely the rules are the second referee shouldn't get involved if the first one's up.
You know what? I actually quite like this finish because it did add something. Like if one of them had just beaten the other one, it's just a nothing match. I quite like the fact that it's like, oh, this is leading up to a rematch or whatever, right? But yeah, I mean, a part of me did also just go like, fuck me, Bulldog. Can you not just lay down for the young up and coming guy? Like you know what I mean? Like Alex Wright seems like he has a future. Bulldog doesn't.